Okay, today I'm going to be doing a lesson on adding fractions with different denominators. I like to title my paper Adding Fractions with, and that's the abbreviation for with, different denominators. All right, that is the title of this. I'm going to start with a pretty simple one. A lot of times you are going to see your problems written horizontally, meaning going across. I really do not like adding fractions going this way. I prefer to write them going up and down. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to write it as 1/5 plus 1/4. Step 2 is to make sure the bottoms, which are the denominators, are the same. As you can see, we do not have that. So step 1, I wrote it right up and down. That was my next one is get a common denominator. I'm abbreviating it. So I got to think, what do they have in common? This is the time where you might have done something called least common multiple, where you have your 5 and your 4, and you're thinking, I'm going to count by 5s here, 5, 10, 15, 20. Count by 4s here, 4 times 2 is 8, 12, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 5 is 20. So what you need to do is get your bottom number to be 20. This is called LCM, or least common multiple. So I know I need to get the bottom number to be a 20. And the only way I can do that is by multiplying. The M means multiply in LCM. So 5 times what equals 20? Well, if you're not sure, you actually just made yourself a multiplication chart here. This is the times 1 section. 5 times 1 is 5. 4 times 1 is 4. Times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 4 times 2 is 8. Times 3, times 4, and times 5. So I know I'm going to take my 5 times 4, and I'm going to take my 4 times 5. It just so happens to be that they're opposites in this case. That's not always how it will be. So 5 times 4 will equal that 20 for me. But whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So I do 1 times 4, and I get a 4. Here I remember I have to do a 5. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, so I found the common denominator, which was 20. Then I made equivalent fractions. What that means is 1/5 is actually the exact same as 4/20. It's the exact same amount. Same amount. The same with 1/4. 1/4 is the same amount as 5/20. These are the same amount. Okay, so I made equivalent fractions. I did that. Step 4 is circle numerators. Now, I added this step. This is probably a step that your teachers don't even do. But I have so many kids come to me and messing up this step. So I just started making a habit of circling the tops, because the tops are the only thing you add. So I will, step 5, add numerators. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And you keep your bottom the same. So my bottom was 20. That means this is 20. Step 6 will be reduce. I do not have to do it at this time. So that is a very short lesson. I am going to do another lesson with 2 fractions that are a little bit more complicated, but this will be your first step. If you have questions about this, please message me or your teacher.